Okay, so we have another rational function, and we are having to factor first. So remember how I said if it has anything with an x squared or whatever, we need to try to factor first. So if we look here, this is basically our simple factor. We're going to find our a, b, and c. A is going to be 1, b is going to be negative 3, C is going to be negative 18. So remember, all we do is look in front of this. 1 is in front of the x squared. The negative 3 is in front of the x for the b. And the c is the number just by itself. So then we come up here and factor out the last term, 18. Don't worry about the plus or minus sign. And we number 1 through 9. And so we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And all we have to do is take our calculator. I'm going to move it over here. And we do 18 divided by each one of these numbers. So 1 is always going to work, guys. Just want to show you 1 and 18. And so, I wish it would stay up here. 18 divided by 2. I think I'm going to go ahead and put them all in. We get 9. 18 divided by 3. We get 6. 18 divided by 4. Doesn't work, so I can go that far. 2 will give us 9. 3 and 6. 4 doesn't work because it gives us a fraction. And so we can do now 18 divided by 5. So we got a decimal, so we can mark that out. 18 divided by 6. Divided by 6, and we get 3. 18 divided by 7. We get a decimal, so we can mark that one out. 18 divided by 8. We get a decimal, so we can mark out 5. 6 was 3. 7's a decimal. 8's a decimal. 9 and 2. Okay, so now we're going to look at any repeaters. Remember, repeaters are, like if I say Mrs. Rucker, if I say Rucker, Mrs., that's the same thing, it's just reversed. So do we have another 1 and 18? No. What about 2 and 9 or 9 and 2? Yep. What about 3 and 6 or 6 and 3? Yes. Okay, so we have a possible 3 factors. So we need the one that's going to give us a negative 3. Either we're going to add it or subtract it to give us a negative 3. So hopefully you can automatically see it's going to be 3 and 6. So we just need to figure out our signs. So plus plus, minus minus, plus minus, minus plus, and we put 3 all the way down. And then we're going to put 6 on the other side. So, and we need a negative 3. And so, just to shorten it up, this one here gives us negative 3. So, our answer for this part will be x plus 3 and x minus 6. So, I'm going to rewrite this for you so you can see this. So, let me erase all this since we have what we need now. Okay, so what I'm doing is rewriting important things. So this big x squared minus 3x minus 18 now becomes x plus 3, x minus 6 over x minus 6 equals 12. Okay? So now we're ready to cancel out anything we need to cancel out. And we cancel out the twins. Basically, things are exactly like. So x minus 6, x minus 6. Okay? And so now all we have left, we're going to go straight across. Just what we have left. We have x plus 3 equals 12. And all we got to do now is just solve it. So we subtract 3 from both sides because we're getting x by itself. We get x equals 9. So this one does take a lot of work because it makes you factor and then replace that with the new thing. So guys, you got to look for things that's going to factor. And it's going to always, most likely for this one, it's going to be this top one. It's x squared. And you're going to use just factor the last term. Okay, so the next problem we're going to do is, what is the product of x squared minus 3x plus 3 times x minus 5? And so basically what you're going to do, you're going to take everything in this long parentheses and multiply it by everything in the small one. So we're going to first start with x squared. He's going to go to x. And I kind of showed some of y'all to put this here. And so when we're multiplying exponents, all we're doing is adding how many x's we have. So if you look here, if we add this, we got 2 x's and a 1. That gives us a 3. And guys, if you need to put that 1 there so you can see that's 3 x's, put that. Okay, so now x squared has to visit negative 5. So we bring the x squared over here. There's only one number, that's negative 5, so we can bring negative 5. And then there's just x squared, so we bring the x squared. Okay, so now I'm going to erase my little lines here. I'm going to do a different color, because right now we're done with x squared. So now we need negative 3x to x. So I'm going to put the negative 3x here. And if we need to put the ones behind the x's to show you how many exponents, that's fine. So we only have that one number, the negative 3. And if you look, we have x squared because we have 2 of them. Now negative 3 is going to visit negative 5. And that was negative 3x, sorry. So negative 3 times negative 5 gives us a positive 15. And we only have that just that one x. Okay, so now I am done with the negative 3x. All I need now is for 3 to visit everybody. So 3 is going to come over here and visit x. That gives us a positive 3x. Now 3 is going to visit negative 5. 3 times negative 5 is negative 15. And then now we're just ready to combine like terms. I always start with the biggest exponent. And so I see x third, but he doesn't have anybody, so he comes down. And I mark him out. Okay, so next I'm going to have the x squareds are right here. So negative 5 minus 3. So if we use our calculator, negative 5 minus 3, we get negative 8. Negative 8 x squared. And then I just mark it out to let me know I'm done with it. The next one, 15 plus 3, that gives me 18x. I'm marking it out because I'm done with those two. And then my last one, negative 15 doesn't have anybody, so he comes down. So pause the video and complete the other problems.